Right, welcome back to another Wainwright walk, and today we're once again in Wasdale, which is also where we'll be in another 2 days from now. But today we're just tying up loose ends from the previous adventures, and today we're finishing off the Southern Fells with just an out and back walk from the National Trust car park there. I've banged £7 in, that gives me 4 hours, so I should be able to get up here and back within that time. But anyway, we're going up today to Ilgill Head for my first time, and beyond that is Winrig. Now there's options from there to go down to the lake, round the lake, but I just want to stay up high for the majority of the day and enjoy the views along that ridge, because apparently it's quite stunning. We'll see how close to the edge we can get, because it doesn't seem to be too windy today. We've had hurricanes the last 2 or 3 days in Cumbria. But what a beautiful day. That's where we'll be going up in a couple of days, the nose of Kirkfell, and round onto Pillar, but that's in Clag today. Hopefully it'll improve later on in the week. But it's not often I get to enjoy a nice, relatively short walk. Carefree. I know the path, even though I haven't been up it before, but it's obvious. And once again looking down onto called England's deepest lake there of Wastwater. So come with us, let's finish off the Southern Fells. Let's go. So we're just heading up the same path we came down on the last walk on Easter weekend from Scaw Fell. It's quite boggy round by the tarn up here, but luckily we're not going that way today. We're going to be branching off right shortly on this path, and that'll take us up to Ilgill Head. 600 odd metres, I believe that one is. I think Winrig's about the same, so I don't think there's much ascent once we get up onto this ridge here. But I don't like coming on days when I've got work the next day, but I've kind of forced myself into getting this one squeezed in today so I can finish off the Western Fells later on in the week, and that'll just leave me one to do, Binsey, and that's even for the weekend after, where hopefully, weather permitting, be doing a wild camp on there, and then God knows what I'm going to do in my life after that. Thought about getting back into fishing, sea fishing. Always like that as a boy. I haven't done it for 10 years. I've got all the gear and some idea, but I found it quite fun fishing around by Maryport, Silloth, Allenby, Solway Firth. Look at this, what a day. What a contrast. Looking out to Ewbarrow, Middle Fell, Buckbarrow, all completed. I tell you what, it might be hurricane force winds or the residue of it today, but it's bloody warm. I think this might be the last walk I wear a base layer. Well, certainly the first walk I've done this year where I've had to use a bit of cooling off. But it's a good path. Any complaints here, just rock. Let it may continue to the summit. Ah, this is quite interesting, so I'm going to have a look at them. Old-fashioned sheep pens or something. Looks more like a house with a couple of rooms, to be honest. Oh, that's well cool. Fixer-upper. Get a mortgage on that, get a roof on it. £250,000 house in this area. Oh, aye, look at this. It's getting better. Now, I had fairly decent views coming down Scawfell of this, but it was quite warm that day. This wind's keeping me nice and chilled, and I can enjoy myself. And because I'm going up, I'm not overly knackered either. Right. More of these little houses. I mean, bother getting electric to them. Phone mast, Wi-Fi. Anyway, oh, got a bit of a twinge in my left calf. I hope I'm going to be able to see these Wainwrights through. It's starting to give me a little jip, even though I think it's been about 8 or 9 days since my last walk, and I felt it then as well. So once I finish these, I might need a few weeks off. Having said that, I do plan on going to Scotland at the end of April, so maybe not too much time off. Whoa. Hey, bother. Right, how are this style? And right up Hillgill. Oh, hey, bother. Oh yeah, not bad. Not bad. Oh, hi. Right. The rocks have stopped and it's now mud. It doesn't look too bad. You can see the path we came down from Burnmore Tarn, just over the other side of the river there. All the way down. Scawfell, relatively out of the clag. Alright. I always thought Scawfell was a difficult mountain to get to, and it is. From the other side you've got two quite major scrambles, but from this side here, I think I said it on my last video, it's very accessible. These are just rolling green hills. There is a path straight up it, just further down there. I believe it's quite sketchy, it's steep in some parts and a little bit exposed, but if you came further up here, up this towards Burnmore Tarn, and just cut up any point you want to get up onto the ridge. Like I say, rolling green hills. Doesn't show any paths like on the map up that. It always sends you around to the bottom of Burnmore Tarn, which does add an extra mile or so onto the walk. Now, I know you're supposed to stick to paths to not increase erosion and things like that, but come on, it's going to take a while for that to erode, especially with people going up all different lines. There isn't really one main path. But aye, Scawfell, very accessible from this side. Just if you're interested. Aye. So I just made it to this wall here. Path's still there. It looks like we're just going to hug it all the way up to the ridge and then cut along it there. Looks like there's a bit of a style here if you wanted to skip this and nip out to Burnmore Tarn. It's starting to get fairly boggy, even this high up. So, but yeah, that's the route we came down Scawfell. You can see it here. See, that's that there is Oliver Gill, I believe, and yeah, the path, you can just come down the side, or I guess you could just go straight. As long as you get to that ridge at the top there, make your own way. It's fairly straightforward from that point. And yeah, I'll take you up to Slight Side as well, which is in Slight Clag. That's one of my favourites, Slight Side. Enjoyed that one. We'd look down into the Eskdale Valley, I believe. Very remote, but high. Oh, it's getting warm. I think this base layer is going to have to come off. Right, so welcome little rock here to sit on for a rest for 5 minutes. You can just about see the edge of Burnmore Tarn now. And the big boys over there. Surprising, I haven't seen a single person on this path. That car park, it's Monday morning. Sorry, Monday afternoon. Had trouble getting out of bed this morning. I was up watching WrestleMania to 4 AM. So yeah, it's about 1 o'clock now. That car park is still half full, I would say. But yeah, not a single person's turned left, right from it and up here. Yeah, up the gill to the pike up there. I think it's easier going up Lingmel. Instead of that, you can't see anything in that gill. You're just like blocked in. So if you can't score Fell Pike, just turn off and go up Lingmel. Gets the ascent done quicker, and there's more to look at on the way up. Anyway, not much further up here, and we'll be on to Ridge and we'll get some decent views on the other side there. Let's go. Just through the hole in the wall here, there's a stile there, but the wall has succumbed to the elements. It looks like this goes straight up. There's another path going that way, but I guess that's if you want to do the whole ridge. Maybe one day, but I'm just interested in the summits for now. Get them boxed off. But one guy, so all I've seen so far. Right. Oh, hey. Getting the job done quick this path. Nearly up on the ridge, but doesn't mean you don't need a rest. Every now and again, take your time. But anyway, like I say, I'm doing the Mosedale Horseshoe in a few days. That's up Kirkfell, round on this ridge and back down over here, Ewbarrow. But somebody said to me the other day, you don't need to come down the edge of Ewbarrow, you can go straight down off the summit. I must say, I don't see a path there. Coming straight down off the summit. I see a lot of loose scree, and if that's what you're describing as a path to me, then I'll just come down the ridge because I hate scree. Oh. I've had a look on Google Earth and there's nothing obvious on Google Earth showing a path, so I think I might just play it safe, seeing as it's the last one of the day. I'm going to be pretty tired, so I'm just going to add the extra half mile onto the walk and come down the edge, I think. But anyway, nearly up onto this ridge, about 500 metres at this point. Oh, aye. One last push and we're there. We've made it. Oh yeah. Tough. Tough when it's warm, I've forgotten that. A long time since we've had a warm day. Oh, with no wind whatsoever. Struggles to breathe. Right, that's us just up onto the ridge now, and I believe the summit is just over yonder there. Oh, catch my breath back and get out of here. Oh. Right, on Google Maps it's saying that's the summit of Ilgill Head, but I don't think it is because that looks a bit more prominent over here, so I'm going to nip over there. Right, here we are on the summit of the first of two Wainwrights of the day of Ilgill Head. We'll take it, thank you very much. And the last Wainwright of the Southern Fells is directly ahead. Winrig, I believe, a little bit of descent before a reascent. But I can't wait for this view. I'm going to go over to the edge over here and have a look, hopefully down onto Wastwater. Oh yes, oh my god, here we definitely are. Wow, holy moly, look at this. Oh my god, is that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Wow, how have I not been up this mountain yet? Oh, look at these drops. Oh, I bet it's tempting to find little routes down them crags, but wow, you can see the lake shore path there. A lot of people do get stuck on that. It's very scree and a bit tricky in sections, but oh yeah, what a fell. This is going to be right up there on my list of best fells. Wow, oh, speechless. I can barely. No, I need a cup of tea. Oh yes. Ilgill Head. Cheers. Oh god. Oh wow. This is probably one of the best spots I've ever had a cup of tea. And I didn't know this, but I watched somebody else's video the other day. I think it's Black Crag, one of the big hiking YouTubers, but yeah, apparently all this is crumbling away down into Wastwater, and you can actually see the fracture lines where, yeah, it probably is gonna give. So I don't feel 100% safe sitting here, but I'd be very unlucky if it gives away now, even with my weight. But what an area, what a view. Oh, you're not going to get the smile off my face today. And I can see, I don't know if you can see them on this camera, there's a couple of people in little rowing boats down there. That's the thing we don't utilise enough, I think, with our lakes in the Lake District, little boat trips. I mean, I loved the one on Ullswater the other week there, but apart from private yacht clubs and things like that, there's no commercial sort of, here, have a ferry ride on this lake or have a little boat ride. It's only Ullswater and Windermere, possibly Coniston, the three lakes I think you can do that kind of thing. But it'd be nice to have a little sail out onto this, down the lake and back. Oh, well, anyway, I've got to get cracking on. I've only got 4 hours on the car parking meter, so I need to get out of here and back before that expires. Yippee. Anyway, Ilgill Head done, on to Winrig. Cheers.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, the soft touch your hand in mine gets me every time. Lost in the city lights, our love's electric ride. You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel alive. You're there, ease my mind. Like stars that never die, you and I will shine during the darkest times. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love.
Right, here we are on the summit of the second Wainwright of the day, and thus completes the southern fells of Winrig. Now, I'm unsure which is the summit. There's one equally as high over there with a much bigger cairn, but I guess this one's got the better viewpoint. It's just about see down onto Westwater, but what a ridge that is. Wow, I've experienced very little like that in my short career of walking so far. The only thing I can compare it to is sort of Whiteside, where you're looking down the crags as you walk along the ridge, but having the lake at the bottom just really enhances the crags, and it's absolutely picturesque and beautiful. The drops are incredible. I've kind of rushed it, sadly, because I'm at a race against time to get back for the car park. But look at this area. I'm going to have a quick cuppa here, but there's a few non-Wainwrights here, but that one looks pretty cool in that forest there. Big hulk of rock at the top of it. One for a revisit sometime. But a cup of tea and then we'll head back. Winrig complete. Cheers. Right, time to saddle up and cracking back out of there. Let's go. Right, that's just us down from Winrig, and we're heading back towards these two lovely towns you may have seen in the video. Absolute fantastic place for a camp. It's not even that boggy around the edges of them either, as you think it might be. Beautiful pitch. There's even one or two islands you might want to risk it on if you can get to them. I'd love that. Anyway, it's a bit of a drag back up to Ilgill Head, but once we're up there, that's the ascent done for the day. Right, so I'm nearly back at the top of Ilgill Head. I should have about an hour from there to get down back to the car to avoid any nasty parking charges. Anyway, wow, I'll have one last look over here. It should be spectacular. There we go. That's what we came for. Whoa. Right, that's us back on top of Ilgill Head, and the path now just is the one we came up on back down to the car park. So I thought I'd better wrap up the adventure from here. This has been Ilgill Head and Winrig, 2 Wainwrights today, and thus completes the Southern Fells. One more region left to go, which is the Western Fells, them boys over there, which will be done later this week before the finale on Binsey next week. So I just want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate the support to this point. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back out on the fells very, very soon. Peace.